Hey guys, Peyton Snabeck here again for another quick video for you guys today. This video is a very special video. If you have not seen the picture on my Instagram or on my Facebook, I actually went live with Jason Marsden. And in a few minutes, I'm going to show you the conversation we both had for like 4 minutes or so. But Jason Marsden was an actor. He still is. But he played in 4 things, actually 5 things I remember him being in. Had to charge my phone. That's why it's a little bit bright. But he was an actor, and he was in something called the Munsters. I know what the Munsters are, but it was like an old show. I think it was like a revival show from what I remember. I think he's famous for that. There's 2 movies that he's famous for. One of them I was able to go see in theaters about a month ago. I did a little video vlog about it. One of them, of course, is Hocus Pocus. He voices the cat. He didn't play the boy. He just voiced the cat, though. And the other one he's famous for, and surprisingly, I've never seen him. Yeah, I know. Believe it or not, small world. But I know he also voiced Goofy in a Goofy movie and an extremely Goofy movie. But there was 2 things I talked to him about in the video. 2 things I don't think many people remember him being in. But I don't think many people talk to him about it. And me, I like to talk to famous people about stuff that not many people talk about. Because like when I talked to Jonathan Lipnicki, I mentioned the movie. The Zachary Beaver came to town. He was so stunned I actually mentioned that movie. I think that was like a movie no one mentioned. That he was probably shocked that I actually mentioned that one. But I mentioned to him in an episode of Full House. He did a couple episodes of Full House. He played in I think the last season of the original show. He was like the boy that was dating DJ, and I think in the first episode of season 8. She breaks up with him, and then he wanted to get back with her, but then she was dating the other guy at the time, the Viper guy. And I talked to him about, because I know, when the Fuller House came, almost everyone in the show came back. Something in my eye. But his character came back, but he didn't come back as that character. And we talked a little bit about that, so you'll see that in just a sec why. And another thing I talked to him about, and it's probably one of my all-time favorite episodes of the show. He did an episode of Tales from the Crypt, Undertaken Piler, I think that's what it's called, which that episode is a great episode. It was kind of like an R-rated version of the Goonies, but that episode was about him and his 3 friends. I think 3 or 4 of his friends. I can't remember how many there are, but they go into this building where this weird guy works at, and the guy comes back, and they're hiding, and they see him doing all this crazy stuff with these bodies, singing to the bodies, all this weird psychotic stuff. But to me, that was always kind of like a Goonies, or like a Stand By Me, kind of episode. And speaking of Goonies, I know the one kid who plays Data was in the episode as well. But it was so great going live with someone else like this again. I went live. I know the last person I went live with, I was trying to interview him, but I still uploaded the video anyway. But there was no audio coming out, so I don't know what happened with that. So I guess I got to figure out on that. I went live with Joe Castro, who directed the Near Death movie. Jonathan Lipnicki, and I went live with a couple other people. But I just didn't think about taking pictures or anything. I took pictures of one. Michelle O'Shea, who was on an episode of Homicide Hunter. Kristen Farley, which who's my best friend, and she was on Goosebumps, Little Bear, Total Drama Island, Bad Bar, and Jonathan Tyrston, Sleep Like Him, Ricky, of course. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little intro thing, but I'm going to actually show you the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video of the conversation. So, here it is.
Mike F. Misdent on step by step. Come on, right here. I don't know. I can't press the buttons fast enough. How do I do that? Here we go. Here we go. All right. Calm down, everybody. Here we go. Ready? This person is Peyton Snay connecting. What's up, Peyton?
Oh my God! Didn't think you were actually going to choose me.
I'm going. I'm like roulette here. Bam. How's it going?
It's going good. There was actually 2 movies I wanted to talk to you about, though. I know people. I know one of them you're known for, Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
And the other one.
Did you see my leggings? I just got leggings.
Yes. Yep, I seen you put them on just a few moments ago.
You got to get yourself a pair of leggings.
Yeah. But I know you were in 2 TV shows years and years ago when you were probably like 17. One of them was Full House.
Yes.
You dated Candace Cameron.
Correct.
What was it like meeting her?
I've
years ago
since I was 13 or 14, and I was actually in my 20s when I did Full House. But it was great. Like I said, I've known her for a long time. She's a sweetheart. I loved getting to smooch on her a couple times, and I loved working on the show because everyone was so cool.
Yeah, and when it comes to the news show Full House, they brought that character back. They didn't bring you back as that character.
They did not.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes, they asked me to do it, and I got invited to Dragon Con that same year. And long story short, I wanted to go to Dragon Con, and so I did that instead.
And all right, and there was one more I wanted to talk to you about. You're also in an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
Years ago.
Yeah, man.
Yes. I think it was called The Undertaken Parlor.
Undertaken Parlor. Yes.
Parlor. Yes.
Yes.
That kind of reminds me of like a R-rated version of the Goonies.
Yeah, right.
Every time I watch it.
We had Jonathan Key Kwan playing one of the friends who was Data in the Goonies, and it was directed by a guy named Michael Thau, who was Richard Donner's personal assistant for years, or his apprentice. And Richard Donner directed Goonies, but that was a good time. I love Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, you watched the show before?
I devoured the show. I loved the show. I was astounded to be part of it. And my episode, I'm pleased for the one that I did, but I was like right in between, like Michael J. Fox directing one and Robert Zemeckis directing one after me. But it was a good time, and I think I annoyed Key to no end, asking him Goonies questions and doing my Data impression. I think he was over me quite quickly.
Oh, and about Hocus Pocus,
yes.
I have a theater that's right a couple miles from where I live. It went back in theaters recently, and I was able to go see it. So
I heard about that. Someone was sending me messages saying it's like top of the box office now. All of a sudden, 20-some years later. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it was on there in theaters for like a month. It's out now. It's out of the theaters now.
Well,
but
sure. It's not a Thanksgiving movie. Man, I appreciate you. I'll ask you one more question. I'm going to invite another friend to say hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you good? You done?
Yeah, I'm done. Can I just get a picture real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Take it easy, man. Have a nice night, sir.
You too. Bam, bam, bam.